Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Far Family Farm. So this morning, me and Jasper is out here in the chickens, getting ready to collect some eggs and check the nest box issues that we were having for the last couple days. So let's get to it and follow along. So right now we are in Dr. Pepper's house, or his pen, I should say. So I just picked up 3 eggs from in here. So nothing fancy here. It's all simple stuff. It's just a simple milk crate. And I took a 1x4 and screwed it into here, so when they roost or get in here to nest and lay eggs, they cannot make the eggs roll out on the floor. There was some straw in there, but them hens kicked it out. Now, one issue that I have been having with these boxes that we put in here, which I'm trying to correct right now, which is not an easy task with chickens. They do have a tendency to get up on top, being that it's flat, and they will roost at night on it, and they will poop, and this will become filled up with poop by morning. So this is just one of the nest boxes that I've had issues with. They've gotten really better at it. Here lately, there have not been pooping in there, but I do have to get a 2x4 cut and another piece of plywood to have it at a 45, to where that eliminates them getting on here and roosting at night and pooping. Here's Inspector Jasper coming in to look. Are you looking for rats, buddy, or mice? Huh? He's a good mouse catcher. And he loves the chickens, so he's a plus. Alright, so let's move on to George's cage. So here's Pepper. Well, Pepper's not over here, but that's Pepper's ladies. She's still going through the molt right now. The rest of them have finished, which I'm so thankful, let me tell you. The molt is not something to sit there and be laughing about. Good morning, George. So that's George. He is their standard Delaware rooster. He is right at 1 year old, and he's got 6 ladies right now, and they've been producing pretty good. I just picked up out of their box 4 eggs total so far this morning, and it's around 12 o'clock, so let's say the afternoon. So these are the nest boxes that I've been working on. These are just your standard, I want to call them file cabinet, because that's technically what they were, is for file cabinets. And it adds a little splash of color to the pens instead of the wooden boxes. So originally I started with wooden boxes in here, and they were pooping. Like I said, we've had problems pooping in just that wooden box, laying the eggs in that corner over there and then covering them up. So I was having a hard time finding eggs, and if I did, I had to go digging through the straw, the dirt, and poop. So about a week ago, when I changed these out, I went ahead and did the 2x4 on the back, and I put a piece of plywood at a 45. This eliminates them from doing what the barred rock have been doing over there. So now with that 45 on here, they can't get in here and roost and poop and make the eggs disgusting, because that's what they were doing. After they eliminated that over there, they started coming over here and pooping in the boxes. So this problem has solved. That problem solved. So now we're getting clean eggs out of clean boxes. I'm proud of you girls. And you too, George. Jasper. And Mommy's locked in. Are you going to help me? Here we are in Charlie's pen. Charlie is a chocolate Orpington, English style. And these are all his little ladies. He is so beautiful. Now, I did have Charlie Jr. in here, and I took him out because they started getting into it, which I don't understand why, because they've been together this whole time. But he is a backup rooster. Charlie Jr. is. So right now Charlie Jr. is over in the back, which I'll show you here in a minute. But their nest box is the exact same as everybody else's so far. They're not laying. They were laying and then they just abruptly stopped. Don't know why, but whatever, floats their boat. So we're gonna go ahead and move out of Charlie's pen and go to the white Americana pen. So let's go over to the Americana pen. Before I do that, I just kind of want to give you guys a view of what it looks like over here. All our coops have metal roofing. The backing of the entire pens was privacy fence that was left here on the farm. And what we did is took all that old privacy fence and used it when we first bought the property as a backing for the chicken coops. It did not cost us a dime. Now, what did cost us the money was the metal roofing, the 2x4s, because whenever we bought this property, it was in 2022 of February 1 is when we actually moved in. And if you remember, it was right after COVID. The 2x4s were outrageous. The metal tin was outrageous. Everything was outrageous at that point because of COVID. So instead of trying to buy everything that was overpriced, we went and tried to improvise, trying to save money because we had just purchased this property. And as you know, purchasing property, you got a lot of stuff to pay out of pocket. So the doors were all left here by the prior owners. Everybody says my coops are fancy, but they're really not fancy. It's all refurbished material, except for the metal roofing. And if I'm correct, some of this metal roofing I actually took off of the old goat pens that are down there. There's one more left down there. And I robbed all that metal off of there and used it for some of this up here instead of going and buying more roofing material. So the only thing we did with this fencing to make it look more presentable, besides that ugly old looking wood on the outside, we just went and got regular barn paint and painted it the barn red and the white, trying to make it match with the red barn down there and that there. This side, it's not so fancy. You can see the difference. Pretty doors, pretty door. I ran out of doors. I do believe I have one more door, but we're using that door, so I don't want to. No, actually I have two more doors. I asked Christian if we could rob them from inside the house, and he told me no, so everything would match. So I just made the doors on these. They're super simple, 1x4s, nothing fancy, but it does their job. But this is the first set of coops that we built here on the farm when there was nothing out here. So I think it took us about a month to get it completely finished. And that's from starting with just that middle building right there, which is my feed bin building. And then I have brooder of chicks in there. I separated it and put chicks in there that are grown out. But again, like I said, it's nothing fancy. This was the very first building that we put up for us to be able to keep chickens out here, because at the time we bought the property, the neighbors we lived by ended up giving us their chickens because they had a fox problem. So let's go around to the back side. So this is nothing fancy back here, guys. It's nothing fancy at all. All it is, let me get in here so I can shut the door. Now I'm holding the camera as I'm talking, so just bear with me. This back behind me is the back side of the coop and the feed building, okay? What I did is come in here Now it's messy now. Is I put up the tin attached to that back wall. I ran me some. Now these old boards here, ouch. These ones here are not from a store. These are cut on an old mill. These were left inside our tobacco barn. And so any material that we had laying around, I turned around and reused everything I could find. I try to be very frugal when I build things, but not to the point it's trash. But being frugal saves you a lot of money from giving to the big box stores. So this did save us a lot of money. It just took a little bit more time because these older boards here are very hard to screw into, and they're very hard to cut with a handsaw or a circular saw. So basically the way this coop is made, it's just an outdoor run. Okay? It's for when the chickens completely grow out and they're able to lay eggs. And this, the only thing this is used for is for them to come in and out during the nighttime to where nothing comes in and eats them. And then on the top, I bought this netting off of Amazon. This is probably some of the best netting that I've come across, and that's not a joke. I use it on this coop, and then I have a dog kennel run that I made over here. And last year, this thing was amazing for the simple fact, one day we come out here, there was 3 snakes, them big old black, I don't know what they are, big old snakes. And I'm scared to death of snakes, to be honest. And they had gotten all wrapped up inside of this netting. They couldn't get out. We couldn't get them out. They actually died from it. Ow, I'm stuck. Whoop, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I mean, this stuff is, it's really good. You can stretch it. It's great. It's great stuff. But I bought this off of Amazon. I don't know what size the roll is. It's so big, I have it looped up and hanging over here onto the sides. But this is just a run. As you can see, there are birds in here. I have 1 turkey left. The tom got eaten by the fox. And then I have just an assortment of grown hens back here. There's only 3 hens. And there's baby Charlie back over there, Charlie Jr. So this pen here is going to end up housing a lot of the birds that are from the red barn when they're ready to be at the point of lay. So that is what this here is for. And like I said, this is nothing fancy. I built this myself. Most of this stuff I do build by myself. Christian's at work, so during the week he's at work. I come out here and do projects of my own and do whatever I can to help him. So this is the outside view of it. Nothing fancy, like I said. Now on the bottom, I did go ahead and put, we found thousands of these boulders, bricks, whatever you want to call them. I use them as the landscape and also as a deterrent for anything to dig down underneath it. So, okay guys, so I'm done in the chickens. And guess how many eggs I got? Now today is December 31st. So, do you want to see what I got? I'm pretty excited. This is the most we've got since daylight came. So, let's take a gander, see what's in the box. Or the basket, I should say. Look at all those eggs, guys. I'm pretty happy about this. So, now it's only 1 o'clock, so not too bad. I try to pick up early because it is cold. So there's 3, there's 7, there's 10, there's 12 eggs. Total of 12 eggs in there for today. The most that I have gotten since time change has been around 8. So this is pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what happens when time change and dark goes back at 8 o'clock. So I'm hoping for a big number of 30 to 35 eggs a day. So let me go get these put on the stands and be right back. All right, guys. So this right here is, can't see very good, I'm sorry. This is the tray I stuck in today in there. So it's got a full tray right there, just one single tray. Now the trays that I do use are these ones right here. I do believe they hold 42 eggs per tray. And there's a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 trays that go inside my incubator. So this is a combo incubator. It's a incubator and hatcher. So the hatcher tray is down at the bottom. And in mine, I do put liner paper. It's shelf lining paper. I don't go and buy the expensive stuff that they have on the website you can buy through Incubator Warehouse. I just go to Dollar Tree and I buy rolls of this right here and put them in the bottom of that tray for the chicks to stay on whenever they hatch. So these eggs were picked up yesterday. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs yesterday. So today we got 12, which is super exciting. So let me get these put on the tray and I'll be right back. All right, so for 2 days, I almost got a half a tray, which is not too bad. So as soon as this tray is full, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the incubator, which hopefully in 2 days will make these first eggs 4 days old, which is still viable embryos to put in the incubator. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is anytime I put a tray in the incubator, I have a dry erase board here. I don't put a month anymore. I was doing that, but it's just too much problems. So every time that I have a tray that goes into the incubator, I write on here where it's at, if it's a first tray or a second tray. I write the hatch date. I write the date that we need to take them off the turner. Remember, you got a 3-day window. So your 21st day is your hatch date. 3 days prior to that is when you take them off the turner and lay them down in the incubator bottom in the hatch tray. So when I do this, it keeps track of how many hatches I will have every 21 days, because that is your normal chicken cycle, is 21 days. So this is just something that I do to keep track of how many hatches I have per month, how many chickens I have per month, and which breeds are available for sale. So, and then just the way I do mine, I just keep it organized down here at the bottom. And then I keep my basket over here and I just grab that every day when I go out.